Greetings, Commanders, and welcome back to the Bounty Hunter series here at Elite Dangerous. We have a trio of takedown missions today. Get into a settlement, kill a dude, run off, kill another one. Today is the day after I made my video about the new feature coming out here in, well, I guess next year at this point, but, I mean, I gotta talk about it. I gotta continue talking about it, because it's just, I don't know, man. I know there's a lot of people who, I know there's a lot of people who see the new features coming out and they think that they're awesome. I'm sorry, I can't see it. I just can't see it. I was really hoping for something a little bit more meaningful than what they did. I let myself hope a little bit that it was going to be something a little bit better than that. It's just, I don't know. And as I said in that video, if you happen to miss it, at this point, I'm just ready to go back out into the black, I guess, and just kind of stay out there for a while. Of course, we got one that's a flight risk. But unfortunately, they decided to release. They're releasing a new ship as well that's supposed to be exploration related. And while I'm 90% sure it's not going to be worth our time, I don't want to go out into the black and find out it's actually an awesome deep space exploration ship, and then, you know, I don't know. I just don't see how it's going to be better than the Mandalay as far as like exploration related stuff. It really needs to have something that differentiates it from the Mandalay as an exploration vessel to make it really worth our time. If all it is just an exploration ship that's just large class and it's harder to fly around, and yeah, maybe it has a you know, markedly increased jump range. Like, if all we get out of it is that it has a markedly increased jump range and it has some kind of special thing that lets it use neutron stars and get crazy jumps out of that, that's just, I'm sorry, that's not enough. That's not enough for it to be something I would want to put up with the lower maneuverability and all of that stuff. Like, it just wouldn't be worth it. It just wouldn't be worth it. If your goal is to travel from one side of the galaxy to the other as far as you can, and jump range is all you care about, then I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people who are just like, oh yeah, really awesome, yay. If you want to actually do exploration, you want to actually go down to planets and land and find things and do stuff, large ships are not going to be as good as medium or small ships, because they're just not as maneuverable, and it's a pain. And if you have to move around the system, you know, this thing almost turns on a dime. It's its star feature is its maneuverability and its speed and its ability to, like, get places. And I can't imagine any large ship that they put out being anywhere near as good as what we have here. So what I was saying in the other video is I would like for them to implement something like making it sort of a mini carrier platform where you have some kind of a shuttle system that allows you to, you know, the ship itself isn't maneuverable, but it allows you to deploy some kind of a smaller craft that is highly maneuverable, so that you can get the best of both worlds, where, you know, the large ship gives you the jump range when you want it, and it needs to be maneuverable enough while you're out in super cruise and stuff to make it, you know, not obnoxious to use, right? It needs to be that. But having something highly maneuverable that you can then take down to the planet to do exploration and, like, do your exobiology and all of that stuff, that would be pretty sweet. I don't see them doing that. I can't imagine that they're going to do that, but if they do, then I will be highly interested in picking the ship up, because then it's, you know, it's new. It's a new way of doing the mechanic, but it's a new way of doing exploration, sort of. Again, it's borderline. It's not like we're getting. I really would have much rather had, like, new exobiology options and things like that, but they don't really seem too keen on actually adding anything that's, like, really new. They're iterating on their old stuff. That's all they're really doing. Like, this new operations thing that they're doing, they're basically taking things that you would normally do on your own and creating a, you know, teams only mode for it. That's all it is. Like, I'm sorry, that's just, it is. That's all it is. And it's just, it's really frustrating because I really wanted them to actually bring something new to the table, and they just refuse to do it. Oh, so I knew I saw a terminal here. So, yeah, I don't know. This is just me continuing my discussion from yesterday about how it's just super disappointing that the developers just don't seem to have any kind of real vision, you know? There's no vision for the game. It's just, what can we do to capitalize on the stuff that's already been done so that we can make as much money as possible until the players just get tired of dealing with it. And it's like... Alright, I gotta get out of here as quick as I can before people get mad at me. Okay. And I think that's probably my like the most disappointing thing. It's like they're working on things, but they're not working on anything that's like new. Nothing we've gotten really since we started any of this, since they started doing any of these updates, have been actually new stuff. Like very little of it has been. Like you look at the back, you look at the updates to the background simulation, right? I forget what it was even called because I didn't care enough about it to care. Didn't care enough about it to pay that much attention. But the power play 2.0, like they did power play 2.0. They were saying, oh, we're gonna update it so that it's worth your time, and it's like, but it's not worth my time. Now you've just made it you've just made it to where, like, how do I want to say this? Who did we just kill? I have no idea who we just killed. And this won't update now, so... Great. Fine. All they did, really, was make it so that now you have to work 10 times harder to get the gear that you want, because, you know, you would sign up with a power and then just sit with them for like, what, I think like a month or something like that to get access to the specific module that you wanted. But you, like, unless you're going to obsessively grind the reputation that you need, all you're going to end up doing is the same thing. Like it sounds nice in principle to get access to all of the modules with every single one of the powers. Like that sounds great in principle, but the way they implemented it made it so that you have to like bust your ass to get any of it, and not just bust your ass like, you know, you have to do a reasonable amount of effort to do it. No, you have to sit there and grind and grind and grind and grind and grind and grind and grind. It's like everything else that they do. They might as well just hand the game off to Grinding Gear Games so that the game itself, actually, the name of the developer for the game actually matches what you do in the game. It's just, I don't know. Power Play 2.0 was a big nothing burger. You know, we all thought it was going to be kind of interesting. The way they sold it sounded interesting, but like every huckster that tries to sell you something, it ended up being a dressed up version of the same thing we already had, and it was a worse version. Because now, instead of just being able to sign up and then go do what you want, now you have to focus on things that are beneficial to your power, and then you still have to like kill yourself to go get it done. And I'm just like, I don't know, I'm just not interested in that. And then they came out with the Trailblazers update. I think that's what they called the whole settlement thing, or colonization, or whatever you want to call it. And it's like, they didn't really, that's not really anything new. Like, everybody thinks it's all awesome and new and all that stuff, but all it really is they took assets they already had and they just they did a little bit of reprogramming to give you the ability to place them down there instead of them. That's it. That's all they did. There was nothing new in that. A little bit of an interface thing, and, you know, some, program in some background simulation stuff. They didn't have to really do any new assets other than the new ship that the new colonization ship that they did, you know. But everything else was just assets they already had, and they're just giving you the ability to build it instead of them. That's not really new. And now here we're getting the operations thing, and it's like, yeah, they might have a couple of new zones or whatever in there like that, but it's still just going to be, you run in, you kill some dudes, or you run in and you sabotage this. It's the same missions that we're doing here. It's just now you need a team to do it instead of, you know what I mean? It's like, it's not new. There's nothing new happening in the game. And like I said, in the other video, even the new ships that we've gotten. I mean, I'm sitting here in the Mamba cockpit. That's what I'm sitting in right now. And the ship itself, while yeah, the shapes are a little bit different. I mean, it's the Mamba with a freaking ship kit on it. I mean, it just is. And not even a particularly attractive ship kit. Like when this ship first came out, I was just kind of like, what is this ugly thing hanging off the side of it? Ugh. Right? Like, you remember me saying that if you've been watching my channel for any length of time. And it's frustrating. It's frustrating. It's super frustrating. And the only problem is that they're able to do it because those of us who like this game love the way that the ships fly, and we love like the stuff that was created before the new team got here was high enough quality that, you know, we really want to keep playing. And we're still like, it's mostly nostalgia, I think, at this point. I'm almost certain it's just nostalgia at this point.
Hold on, Commander.
It's fine, we don't have anything on us.
All finished.
So we're looking for Shay Johnson. Shay Johnson. Alright, so we're probably not going to be able to get into here because I wasn't smart and I didn't bring a, I didn't bring an E-breach. And of course, they don't have any kind of security clearance, so I'm going to have to go find one. Oh, this is annoying.
Nothing to report.
Stay. All right. So yeah, I don't know. The new abilities of the new ships are great, but as you know, I've been saying it, and you know, obviously Yamix has been saying it. The new ships have basically made the old ships all completely obsolete. You know, and that's kind of frustrating because I would like for the, like, everybody talks about, well, you can still use the old ships, you can still use the old ship, and it's like, you can use the old ships, but now that's like using, you know, that's like using a 1975 F-250 or F-350 versus my 2010 F-250. Like, there's a massive difference in the capability between the ships, and you would be stupid to use the older model now, right? And while to some people that sounds like, well, this is just a natural progression, it's like, but yeah, but this is a video game, and I don't want there to be a natural progression and older models of ship become useless. I want there to be a natural progression where all the ships get lifted up, and the new ships are specialists in very specific things, and then that's it, right? That's the way you want it to be. But unfortunately, like the Mandalay here, while I love that I'm able to just kind of do everything in it, I don't own any other ships at this point that, other than, like, I own this ship and I own the Panther Clipper because it has a crazy cargo hold. That's it. That's all I have now. Those are the only two ships that I have. I have no reason to own anything else because this ship does everything really well. And that's a problem, right? Like, that's a serious problem. I think we're going back to the same... planet we were on. So, that's, you know... I don't know. It's hard not to have negative things to say about it, because... everybody's being, like, there's so many people that are being taken in by all of this, right? Like, at first I was too. The first year that they were doing these crazy these crazy updates, I was like, oh yay, the game's finally getting some serious updates, and it's not dead, and like, but there's a difference between reviving a game and making it worth your time, and then just doing things that keep it on life support so that it just doesn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, it feels like this is all just life support. There's nothing meaningful being done. It's just a bunch of showy, flashy, insubstantial crap that's being shoveled at us in the hopes that we'll put some more dollars down before they put the game down and just they're done with it? Or they plan on doing this for another 10 years, just continually like pulling people in with these bullshit things that they're doing, and then that's it. It's like, if you're not going to actually do anything with the game, then sell it to another developer. Give it to somebody, give it to a developer who actually cares about the IP and will actually do something with it, take a risk, actually put some fucking effort into it. You know what I mean? Like, as a player, I would much rather give my money to somebody who's actually going to, like, try something with the game. Because the developers right now, they're just not doing anything. They're not doing anything real, right? They're making the safest possible choices that they can possibly make, and that's it. And I don't know. The problem is, and here's the problem. The real problem is not the developers. The real problem is those of us who continue to support them, right? Like, I haven't bought anything new since I finally started to realize that it's just, they're not going anywhere with it. They're not really going anywhere with it. And I have been really frustrated, and I refuse to purchase any more stuff from their thing, right? Because it's like, I don't want to continue giving them the means to just ignore the game and not do anything with it, right? The problem is that there's a lot of people who are easily satisfied by, ooh, this is new, and they don't really put any thought or effort into whether it's actually new and whether it's actually, like, beneficial and whether it actually makes the game better. So the developers are incentivized to continue doing bullshit little things like this because why not? You know, we can make some money off of this. We don't really have to do anything for it. So cool. Right? And I'm sorry, that's just, it's the way, that is the truth of the situation. Like every bad actor, whether they mean to be bad or not, I don't know that FDev means to be bad. I don't think they're actually, like, trying to take advantage of us. It's just they don't have a vision. And they're doing the minimal amount of stuff that they can because either they don't care, or because they don't have the ability to do anything. And, you know, that's a sad thing to have. Like, you just don't have the ability to be creative or do anything like that. Like, I don't begrudge people that, because I'm not, you know, I'd like to be creative, but I just know I'm not. I'm not super creative. I'm just not. I do the best I can, you know, as a content creator, but I'm never able to think of things that I can do that are gonna wow people. Like, yeah, that's really awesome. I don't have that in me. And that's what FDev feels like. It feels like they're trying to do something that they're not necessarily suited for, and they're succeeding despite it. You know what I mean? I kind of wish I had that problem, but I kind of wish I had that problem. That's what it feels like. It feels like the developers have an idea of what game development is, but they don't have the talent or the ability or creativity to actually come up with something that's worth our time. But because everybody's so desperate to have Elite Dangerous be something, we accept the half-ass bullshit that they put out, we shell out dollars for it, and we reinforce that what they're doing is actually good, when it's not. You know what I mean? Like, the only way you can get them to change what they're doing is to change what you're doing, and that means stop giving them money. You have to stop giving them money. You have to stop giving them money. You have to stop incentivizing them to continue giving us this baby food drivel that they're giving us. And then they're either gonna, you know, hike up their pants and start getting some work done, or they'll sell the property to somebody who will. Because they're not just gonna sit on maintaining a game that's not bringing in any money. You know what I mean? Like, it's on us to make them change what they're doing. And if you continue giving them money, then that's just what's going to happen. Now, saying that, I know that that's just not going to change. So I have to do what's best for my channel, which means that if we're going to go out into the black, and if the new ship is actually something that's worth, you know, is actually going to make my content better, well, then I don't have a choice. I'm going to have to spring for the early access for it, because I have to do what's best for my channel. That's more important to me than this game is. And if I feel like investing in that ship is actually going to maybe boost my watch time and revenue and all that stuff. Like, if it seems like that might be the case based off of what they do with the ship, well, then I have to do the dirty deed and actually purchase the ship, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. So, yeah, I don't know. I know there's a lot of people who just can't see the negativity that's coming out of all of this. Like, you think it's all sunshine and rainbows because Elite Dangerous is your favorite game, and, you know, it's one of my favorites too, don't get me wrong, I love this game. But there's a difference between, you know, real development happening and the equivalent of microtransactions that we've, you know, basically, just microtransactions. Like, they're trying to microtransaction us to death, like every other game in the world. They don't want to provide us with anything of substance or value. They just want to get as much money out of you as they can with as little effort and investment as possible. They're trying to maximize their profit margin. And I'm sorry, when your profit margin is the only thing you care about, like, I'm a content creator. I want to make money. I'm getting tired of, like, putting out content and not making any money on it. I understand the thought process. But if the only thing you care about is the profit margin, then you kind of suck. And that's what it feels like. But anyways, that's going to be it for today's episode. Hopefully you guys at least understood what I'm getting across. Hit that like button, subscribe to help us reach 10,000 subscribers. You can hit the thanks button if you would like to contribute to the channel, or visit the PayPal and Patreon links in the description below. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.